Bruce Lee said ban.
Hello everybody and welcome to another Keen Software House livestream. Who do we have out there in the chats tonight on both YouTube and Twitch? Let's have a little look here. And hello, good evening everybody. We are here for once again a very special stream with some extremely exciting changes coming. Wow, a lot of people in the chat tonight, goodness me. I'm looking at both chats right now and both of them are just like, fucking I can barely keep track of the chat. Welcome, it's so good to see you. Let's see, guys, it's got William Peters, Toxic Tanker, Adun, RGX. I got Noah, Overlord of Deserts, Sheedy, Rivian, Remithep, Mad Gozu, Herbderp, No You, Gaming Crew, Person, Creatior. There's some peeps in the chat. Fantastic. All right then, guys. So we're here today to talk about Space Engineers, server optimizations, and more. Let me just turn the music down a little bit here. A little bit here on the music. And first off today, we're going to be joined by the main man in charge of this huge update, Philip, or Philcom. So I'm going to first invite him to join me, and he's going to tell you guys some more details about why this happened, how it happened, and so on. And then later on, I'm going to be joined by community manager Kianata, and Kianata is going to answer, along with me, all the questions that you guys have, because I'm sure you have plenty of questions as you normally do. But I will just say this, that there are many things, as well as the server optimizations, to shout out about. And some of them are like, for some people who build mechanical stuff, are quite game-changing indeed. So let's go ahead and get Philcon into the room here. And yeah, I'm sure you'll have lots of questions, but please do keep them for later, guys, and we will get to them. Right, so... let's see here. Join in. Oh. Philip, hello, can we hear you? Oh, I hear clicking.
Hey guys.
Oh, there he is. Hey man, we can hear you. Fantastic. How you doing tonight, Philip?
I'm lovely.
Awesome. I was just trying to get the volume right. For once, normally the guests coming on here are much quieter than me, but it seems that you've got quite a good mic there, so I'm just going to reset some things here. Very good. Fantastic. Let's see if that's better now. There should be better volume. And what we can say, guys, is that this update has already gone out, right, Philip?
Yes.
Fantastic. So you guys can start getting the update right away. I think I'm hopefully going to get it too, because we're going to jump on a server and also showcase some things. So Philip, the name of this update is Server Optimizations. I'm also going to bring the blog post up here. And maybe you want to tell everybody the idea behind it, the main thing that it was the main kind of purpose of the update, and yeah, how about it went, the development process.
Well, simply we were not happy about how our servers are running. Like there are some third-party tools which is possible to like use it with our dedicated server, and those were like working okay, but we wanted to have them these kind of features and optimizations in vanilla game in our dedicated server. So we thought how to like do it, and we took a little bit a different approach. So these two like third-party systems and our optimization could like work together. And we created this tiered update system and one more feature which is like optional, which is selective physics updates. So that was the like motivation behind that we can like run the servers longer, and that we don't need to like delete grids of players, which was always like sad. So that's it.
And the one thing was to point out was that this affects dedicated servers rather than hosted worlds. It's just dedicated servers only, right?
It's dedicated servers. There are some like optimizations little bit, which you will see them even in single player, but not in terms of like a huge boost of performance. This was really aimed at the dedicated servers with really huge worlds, especially for example our servers on United Kingdom server. There was over 1,400 grids, 1.4 million PCU. So these kind of servers are really big, and the optimization have to be like tailored to this these kind of servers. So you will see probably in a few percent in single player, but the rest is dedicated server.
Fantastic. And this is it's one of these things that, you know, it's kind of, there should be improvements across quite a broad range of servers, but it definitely helps in specific servers, especially ones which are definitely larger in size. So this is Marek's blog, guys, and I'm sure the moderators will post some links in the chats to read this in detail. This is Marek's blog, all about the information, all the things in here. Just before we go over some more details, a highlight of these updates, just to scroll down this real quickly here, is one of the things is that we've got new localized versions now. So there's 2 new official languages, Spanish and French, are now in the game, and German, Italian, and Brazilian Portuguese have been updated, the community version. So we're still working on localized stuff because we know that's important to many people out there. So we'll get through there later. I just wanted to point out some of the things in this as well. So, and you've got some nice graphs here. So if we go over this blog post a little here, Philcom. So there's the main features of this multiplayer, again, as you said, the tiered update system, whether or not entities are this replicated and not replicated. We got the selected physics updates, and then each certain blocks have also been updated as well, and you can see the blocks listed here. And basically, this is how often these blocks are updated, right? And some are more, I think, important to be updated sooner, and some are needed less. Yeah, the link for the blog is in the chat, guys. And also, Phil, what would you say about like the kind of what did you learn from the public testing, right? Because I'm sure there was some servers out there running it, right? And you got good feedback from those server admins, correct?
Yes. Actually, the public test was running for 2 months, pretty much. And it was our testing phase that we could like see if the optimization are okay, if they are actually helping. And when we are talking about public tests, I have to mention there were some people actually playing a lot on these tests. So I would like to thank those guys.
Definitely.
I remember a few of them. So most of them were playing on public test EU3, number 3. So I don't remember everyone, but a few just to
notable mentions.
It's a Kirsar, thank you, and AQU, Aku, and Dozer. Those 3 guys, I remember that they were playing a lot. And of course, there were some people which were like giving me their own words, like really big words. Like Lord Tillus and Stone Lord, thank you guys for helping. And so yeah, we started the public test. We knew that we have to run it for a longer time. So we have like a huge word and we can see the performance. And actually we find lots of bugs in the public test, which was helpful. So I hope that most of those critical issues were fixed, and we will have hopefully smooth release today.
Yes, of course, yes.
Without problems.
So I think big shout out to those people who helped throughout the public test and gave feedback as well. There's a lots of changes in fixing this update, and of course, as lots of things have changed, please do let us know if you find some issues. As always, use the support site. And yeah, there's been a lot of core changes made to the game to get these optimizations in there. Just on looking here, there's also been a bunch of changes and fixes. There's been some improvements. which is the trash cleaner as well. So more power for those kind of cleaning up of servers to keep them running longer. Some smaller things. You can now color any player-made GPS. So beforehand, GPS would always be the same color, but now you can have literally any color you'd like. So it's definitely better for organizing your GPS into maybe ore markers, base markers, interest markers. So another little small feature there. For server admin for dedicated servers, they can now allow or disallow family shared accounts on Steam, because pretty much some people, am I right saying that, Philip, some people who are banned for being bad were then somehow bypassing this by just using another account? Was that right?
Well, people are using family sharing accounts and PCU trading to get more PCU.
Oh, to get PCU, it's about PCU, isn't it? Okay, yeah.
So we get to do something. On our servers, the PCU trading is disabled, but we still let open, like the family sharing is still enabled. But if we see that someone will abuse it again, then I will stop the family sharing too, and that will be it.
Fantastic. And yeah, so that's worth pointing out that the official servers will not have PCU trading, but again, it's now up to the more power to the server admins. It's up to them to decide how for their community and their server things fit best. And finally here, this is a big one actually. It's basically we're currently in the process. It's not finished yet, but we're updating all the collision models for every single block in the game. And this really will allow you to have a whole new range of possibilities with what you can do with blocks. And I'm going to get some examples up in a little bit here, but it actually, some of the things you can do, I want to say, I use the word mind-blowing, but I think it's actually quite correct in the sense that you can really do some incredible contraptions which were no way possible before. And some people who've been testing the public test, this not didn't leak, but people, the news is spreading throughout the community. And once people actually see the videos and the pictures of what this means, the changes are huge. And I feel like I really need to get some images here to actually to showcase this. Like the simplest way is when you have an armor platform, if you dropped a small armor block onto the platform, it would be slightly floating, ever so much, because basically the collision model will be bigger than the model itself. But now it will be properly resting, no more floating blocks on that kind of thing. But it also means that if you have like a hole, like you have a hole that's 1 by 1 block big, you can actually slide something through the hole, another block through it. So it really, and it should definitely fix Clang. It's not going to, sorry, not fix. It should, I'm using, what's the word? Tranquilize Clang. So it's definitely not going to be probably the be all and end all solution, but this could result in definitely less Clang, or at least more expected Clang, in the sense that when you see something, it should behave more so what you see rather than what you don't expect. So I'm not sure if you can add anything to that part of the update, Philip, as well.
It's supposed to be in a previous build or previous major already, but it didn't make it. We actually we had to do some changes, not just the collision models. So it's still in work in progress. So I hope that there is nothing like seriously broken because of this. But yeah, it should give you some additional features how to build your ships or stations.
Yeah, I'm going to actually showcase some of this stuff soon, actually, on the stream for you guys, because it'd be easy to show you rather than talk about it. It's the best to show you what's possible. Maybe if we can get some, actually, if someone puts some of the, those GIFs and things that Bruce and some other people sent me the other day, if you guys have got some pictures or videos, you sent them to me the other day, but if you've got them and put them in chat, I'll actually show them for everyone here to see, to show a couple examples of what you can now do with these new collision model improvements. And it's worth pointing out, I think someone said it's about, I don't know, 60% or something, so it's not there totally yet. There's obviously a lot of blocks to get through, but yeah. we're only starting to see the potential of what is actually possible with these new hitboxes. Some people are posting the Reddit link. I don't know if I've seen this one. People were sending me privately here. What is this one? Let's see. This is a new one, I think, on Reddit. Where is it? Oh, it's not. It's taking a second. Reddit's picking. There we go. Thank you, Chikaria. So this is the first one. Actually, I was sent this not too long ago here. This sums it up pretty nicely here. So this is actually a door that is made totally of 1x1 armor blocks, pretty much, and pistons. And you can see that the armor blocks are actually, the separate grids are actually sliding in between a 1x1 block space. So this is something that really wasn't possible before, and you can see it closes up quite nicely. So this is a first kind of example of what you can do with the new system here. Because beforehand it'd just be blocked. You couldn't fit a block inside another block's space, if you see what I mean. So this is something big. Thank you, Jack, for that one. So if you guys got some more links here, I can showcase some more. I'm trying to get this Reddit one to work, but the video wasn't running for me. It's gonna run now. Oh, here we go. It's working now. Okay. And we're going to jump in to some stuff in a second as well. Let's have a look. See if this works. Buffering again. I've just had to load it to the browser. Okay, here we go. Let's check it out. So this... I haven't seen this one yet. That is beautiful. So that's a 5x5 small grid elevator, which is sliding through a large grid 1x block hole, as using the small rotor head method to create that. But that is actually a super smooth, no gap elevator there. So this is again just showing some of the ideas. A trap door you could have here. Here's some other. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Wow, that was beautiful. Hold on, I need to see that again. Like almost a hidden. I barely even saw that was there. Oh, let me go back and see that. So you're seeing here, looks like a plain old, just a little building here, and out of nowhere, boom, surprise attack coming at you. So this is all new stuff, which is in this update along with the optimization. So what you're going to be able to do with builds. You can start to imagine what is possible with these changes. But I think these couple of examples that the chat has linked up is really quickly, better than I could in game probably, summarize exactly these changes here. There was also a streamable. Was this streamable one I wanted? Let's have a look here. There was one from Bruce, I remember. There's a streamable thank you climb. That's one. A couple more here. Let's have a look at this one. Whoa. Okay. So walking along a corridor. Imagine you're making a scenario. Block slides out, gun slides up, and you're screwed. So again, some really cool little maybe level design ideas as well there, because you can really slide any block through that, as long as it should be sliding through. So there we go, guys. So definitely. Please do share your creations and what you actually use creating these new hitbox improvements. But it might seem like a small, kind of small feature, but I truly believe that it's going to open up some incredible new build designs. So, right. So moving on the blog here, we've actually got some performance comparisons that maybe Philip can talk a little bit about here. Let's get this up again. Okay, here we go. So you've got one thing here showing the UK5, right? So you've got the red, which is the current, the blue, which is the new one, and then the yellows with this optional selective physics update, right? And why might someone want to keep physics? What's the trade-off then, Philip, with the physics update, you might say?
Well, the selective physics update pretty much works that the way that only it's hard to say it in a very simple so everyone can understand. We have a lots of havoc words, physics havoc words in our game. If you are on like a huge dedicated server, there is about like 200 of them, sometimes even 300. So what we thought that we could a little optimize it, because the simulation of these havoc words takes, or for example, on these two words, on UK and NA, it took about 30% of performance. So we thought that we could like simulate only those who are needed. And the way how we did it, we know what kind of blocks are replicated to the clients, so we know where the player is. So we simulate only those. What it means that if you are not nearby of some grid, it does not simulate that word where the grid is. So whole board is like paused. You don't have any movement, any rotation. If you let some drill running there, it will not drill. So all these physical based gameplay features are not running in this case. For really big worlds, it's a lots of like performance. If you look at the graph, so there is the yellow line, not just it's like 30% compared to 90% on UK world, but actually it's more flat. So there is less spikes.
Someone in chat said, for example, like the huge spike at the start is completely gone.
Yeah.
So it's super nice to see this.
So this change, yes, it's a trade-off between the physics and the performance. So you have to like decide, or admin or players on those servers have to decide if they want performance or always working physics. So it's up to them. We think this feature is really cool. If you have big words, I would recommend it.
Yeah.
So that's it. And if you look the difference between the red and blue, it's actually the performance changes which were done by this tiered update.
The other features.
Just to clarify, there are other options how to have this kind of performance or better performance. For example, there is this third-party tool called Torch and Concealment. Our tiered update is like addition to this, so you can run both at the same time and get even more speed. They should be like compatible as much as possible, pretty much better performance on our servers. That was the goal.
And it's worth adding to this, guys, like for example, the improvements here is actually, it was not designed to replace Torch, which is a popular thing. It's actually, if anything, it's a complement to Torch, and Torch still has many amazing features, and definitely we really appreciate the continued efforts by the community team there. And it's not a replacement, and actually it can actually work really well in tandem with the new stuff, so it's worth pointing that out as well. Okay, let me just quickly get some. Okay, that's good. All right, back up now. And there we go. So yeah. But yeah, I was just looking at this. Yeah, I mean, going from 70% low to 30%, if you really want the max performance, is nuts. But it is worth pointing again. This is definitely more beneficial to big worlds. So if, for example, probably if you have like, let's put in a situation here, Philip. Say if you have like a big world and really good hardware, this is going to obviously help. What if you have like a smaller world but like kind of lower end hardware? What kind of, could you maybe say if that would is it easy for you to say if that would be as effective? Is it mainly for the bigger servers, like the best hardware, to get the most out of that hardware, or will it affect quite significantly even like smaller worlds with like lower end servers too?
Well, hard to say. All these performance changes and optimizations, they are very ward dependent, on how to say it. It really depends what kind of blocks do you have in the ward, and what kind of like density of those blocks are. If you have like a huge ward and they are all the grids are in one place, you will probably see less performance like gains. I guess, for example, this public test AU3 server, it was running on our worst server which we have. Like it's a really slow dedicated server hardware, 3.2 gigahertz, and anyway it could run a copy of United Kingdom 5 ward. So as you can see, this ward in this graph, this copy of this was running on this server, and it was still running with like 16 people. It was able to run SimSpeed 1 with some spike, of course, here and there, but it was still running SimSpeed 1. So even on like slow hardware, you will see a gain. Of course, if you have a really powerful computer, you will probably see even better percentage. These graphs were made on Intel 960K, which was overclocked to 5 gigahertz. So it's a little bit stronger than usual server hardware. But you should see the performance gains on every hardware, or combination of CPU and the board combinations of blocks and grids. So yeah,
fantastic, definitely that. And yeah, so I think some people in chat are also clarifying some things here. Yeah, it's for dedicated servers, exactly. Okay, let me just have a look here. We're kind of just gonna finish up going through the blog post here, guys, and then Philip, if there's any like specific Philip questions, if anything else, we can go through that, and then if not, we can. If there's more general questions, we can actually kind of move on to the Q&A section here. But let's just finish off the rest of this here. So I'm gonna bring up this this one. Here we go. So yeah, so that's all the good stuff. I mean, really hope you guys enjoy the new optimizations, and I'm really looking forward to hearing how server admins find this. So I already mentioned earlier, we have the new localized version. So obviously we had English, Russian, and Chinese, which were all official languages, and now we have 2 more, Spanish and French, and the community ones have been updated for German, Italian, and Brazilian Portuguese. And we're still considering more official ones in the future as well. So there's some Q&A questions here, which I think is worth going over. So again, how is this different from other performance solutions for dedicated servers? There are third-party solutions offering performance boosts, and our solution is an additional way to make your server faster, not a replacement. So it's an additional way rather than it's a key part here. If you're using a third-party tool for your dedicated server, you will see better performance overall with this, in combination with this brand new major update 196. Are the server optimizations going to positively contribute to the future of Xbox multiplayer? Many of the changes that were made for Space Engineers on Xbox became improvements on the PC platform and vice versa. And as we continue to develop Space Engineers on both PC and Xbox, there'll be benefits on both platforms. And Xbox dedicated servers, when they're implemented, will benefit from these same improvements. Another question is, why now? Multiplayer performance is always a high priority. Optimization is incremental, open-ended process. Again, you can always keep going. You know, you have, like, if you think about the performance 5 years ago, what people were building, and look at it now, even incrementally each year, it definitely is crazy just to see the difference there. So it's a never-ending journey, because, you know, as soon as you have limits, people build up to those limits, and then you extend the limits, and people build up to those limits, and so on. So will these Yeah, so this is just dedicated servers, a large population servers, and higher traffic servers will have the most gain from this. And this is about the languages, and yeah, I already said we're already continuing to considering new localized options and better ways to cater our community. So that's the kind of end of the update. There's a couple more things pointing out hiring. We're still looking for many more positions, guys. So take a look on our website to see if you could be a perfect fit to join Keen Software House. And we have a brand new office as well, which we launched last week. And I also recommend you can check out the VOD for that kind of the new office tour on the Twitch channel. I'm currently working on actually getting a cut down version of that, but if you're interested in that, you can check that out as well. So that actually brings us to the end of the blog from Marek, and we've kind of gone over the major things there. So Philip, first to you, man. Is there any questions? Any kind of points you like to kind of or reminders you like to tell the community going into this new update?
Still see that there is a lots of questions about if it affects the single player. So I will try to explain.
Okay.
Our game works on 3 different time steps gameplay. You can update the gameplay every frame, or every 10 frames, or every 100 frames. So for example, a nuclear reactor, it was updating every 100 frames, and in this update there was it was getting a new fuel, which in this case of reactor it was uranium. So every 100 frames it was updating this uranium. What we did in this tiered updates and in all these optimizations, that in this case the reactor does not update every 100 frames, but I think in single player you will see it will update every 10 seconds, and the amount of uranium which this reactor will get is lower, so these updates are less often. If you have enough uranium in this reactor, it will not update at all. So instead of updating every 100 frames, it's updating every 10 seconds, and those 10 seconds are not every 10 seconds, it can be every minute. So depends on the block. For example, I can give you another example. For example, parachute. We removed those doors which were there opening. That was a lots of performance problem. So yes, it can and it will change a little bit single player to some degree. For example, production blocks are now updating every second instead of every 10 frames, which is 6 times slower. But the result is still the same. So
yes,
you will see some boost even in single player, but don't expect it will be twice fast or something like that. It will be probably up to 10% maybe. And of course it depends. If you have big world in single player, then it could be better, but don't expect anything big. It was especially done for the dedicated server and multiplayer, not for the single player.
Great. That's answering some questions there. I mean, yeah, is there any kind of, I've been very distracted here. Is there any kind of ever recurring questions you've seen that you want to maybe address?
I wasn't looking at this moment.
That's okay.
Second. Let's see. It's Havok engine. Oh, there is so many questions.
There's a lot of questions, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, mainly because me and Aaron will go through a lot of them. But if there's any ones that, the more technical ones, I'm sure will be much more suited to you. So if there's any more technical ones or ones that you want to answer, please do just pick some.
Okay. I will probably answer them on the chat.
Oh, okay. That works as well. And then I can always read that out as well. So Climb's put up a showcase world. People can showcase their builds with the new collisions. I've got a couple more examples to show. Oh, a couple more examples to show you guys the new collisions here as well. Here, so we'll get this up. So this is a video. I don't know who sent me this. Is this Creatior? I think this is Creatior sent me this one. We've got a mech here, and well, it's a beautiful mech for starters. And let's see how these new block. Okay, so I think it's the fact that oh nice. So it can actually, the head can actually go right on in and not get like clang out or anything, because it will just slide into something like that. So the AC probably just kicked in, Kevin. Who knows? It is hot here. So again, another beautiful example of these new collision models, how rather than having just sat out, you can actually slide blocks like that. So really, really great work. There we go. That was the first one I was sent. Let's have a look at the other one I was sent here by Jack. Sent me this one, I think. What's this here? The one that Bruce had with the with the missile was really good. I remember that one. So what's this? Oh, I know what this is. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Whoa, like super compact. So you can see here, like, how it nicely sits flush in there. That's beautiful. That's beautiful right there. There we go. So yeah, again, if you guys, I think, yeah, Philcon's answering the questions in the Twitch chat. So if you're maybe in the YouTube, I don't know, if you want to have any text questions, specifically technical ones that are probably best for Philcon, ask away here, and I'm just going to keep showing some of these improvements. If there's some more videos for me, let's have a look. I think Splitsy just published a video, right? I think Splitsy did an awesome video. Someone said, hey, you need to check this video out. And on these new changes, I literally just like an hour before this stream, someone said, hey, Splitsy did this video. So I haven't watched it yet, but everything from Splitsy's great stuff. So I'm sure he covers some really awesome things there. Yeah, maybe you can get some link. If you link up the Splitsy video in the chat if you want, guys. Because Splitsy's already kind of gone over some of those collision changes. I'm just checking here to see if there was some more. There was more. I had loads the other day, but... Enera sent me one. Great. Oh, that's the Enera sent me this video. I know the video. I was thinking the GIFs, you know, the streamables. Let's see here. What the heck? I just got this sent. I clicked on the wrong thing here. This is what I ended up clicking on. Lovely. Yes, good. Some links in the chat. Fantastic. That's the wrong link. Okay. Let's see. Let's have a look. I'll put that there as well. Okay. So Philip, if there's anything else you'd like to add, unless there's anything else you'd like to add, I'm assuming you can answer some more questions in the chat for a bit, and I can get Erin on, and we can just answer some of the more general questions as well. It's up to you, man.
Okay.
You good? You good on all the stuff here then? Do you think?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Awesome. Guys,
I will answer the rest on the chat.
Well, thank you so much, Philip, for leading the team on these multiplayer server optimization improvements. So a big shout out. I'm really looking forward to actually really testing them out here and seeing, you know, trying out a big server actually, because I haven't been in a big server for a while, so I'm super curious. So thank you very much, Philip, for joining us, and I'll see you in the chat in just a second.
See you guys.
Bye. Okay, Erin, if you're there, we're going to get Erin on, and Erin's going to assist me here, because I'm going to play the game now. We're going to jump on a server and have a look what's up, showcase some of this new stuff. But Erin can help me multitask. He can be my second brain or something here. I'm just going to get him to join the Zoom, and we'll get this started. There we go. This is going to be good. And there he is. Oh, there you are. Hello. Guys, welcome. Community Manager, Kianata, to the stream here. How's it been, man? How's the release been so far?
It's very exciting. This is crazy stuff.
I gotta move you. I gotta move myself.
Move yourself. Social distancing.
Yeah, exactly. No, we had it all set up earlier, but I guess I moved or something, so I don't know.
We broke it.
Because I come closer, my head's like big, and then I was trying to set it so we look like we're sat next to one another, but obviously other than the lighting.
No,
right.
I got the lighting. We're in good shape.
There we go.
So many questions. You all have so many questions today. Am I a little quiet? Is this better?
Yeah, I had to turn, because Philip was super loud when he first joined, so I think I changed the audio, and then it was too quiet, so I had to change it up here, but you should be good now. Try now.
Release the Kraken!
That sounds quite loud to me, but you let me know, chat.
All right.
So
holy macaroni.
Just one thing I just want to say, I think because we were going to go over the blog post, we actually went over the whole blog post in the end with Philip, so we can really just do questions here, I think. And I'll jump into the game and maybe showcase some of this stuff, okay?
Yeah, please do that. That was awesome. Okay, all right. So, 1,000,001 people said Xbox dedicated servers. Xbox dedicated servers are still in the works. We are still supporting Xbox. We will be releasing DLC on Xbox, and August is going to be an amazing month for Xbox. We have tons of stuff planned for you. So, deep breath. It's on its way. Xbox mods, no. When is Xbox getting an update? We just mentioned on social media. If you guys are following us on social media, we announced it absolutely everywhere. I think it even got posted on Reddit. Thank you, Alfie. That we are going to be doing some Frostbite very, very soon. Very, very soon. Yes. I see everyone at Keen is adhering to the strict facial hair policy. I was shaved. I was shaved for a while. All right. We're trying to form musketeers. Joel and I are the first two. We have the third.
I should get my hat. I need my hat. Holy moly. Whoa, what the heck? So this is I've just joined a world showcasing the new collision in the collision improvements and showcasing what you can do now.
Oh my.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh my god. Okay, questions. Fire the questions.
Yeah, guys, all the questions. Any questions you have, ideally about this release, but I know there's lots of Xbox passion out there, so we're here for all the questions now for a bit, okay? And I feel Phil Con's in the chat still lurking to look for some more as well.
Indeed, and PhilCon knows literally all the things. So if you throw a question up in Twitch chat, we can get it. And if it looks like a good one, maybe I'll read out the answer so everybody can hear it.
Whoa, look at this. This is nuts. So I'm getting blown away in game right now because this is the first time I've seen him, firsthand in game. Whoa, door options are nuts.
I know.
So this is like, again, 1x1 block space, and there's a 1x1 block sliding, and it closes up like that.
How long estimated till all blocks have new collisions? It is probably going to be a little while. It took a significant investment of time and energy to get these blocks collisions fixed. And just a reminder, we're only like, I think the number was like 60%, so maybe just a little over 50% of the way through the blocks, redoing all of the collision on all of the blocks. So it's going to be some time. Air tightness is not changed by the block collision changes. Air tightness will still work exactly the way it always has.
This red gear at the front, this one red gear, or this rotor, spins all the other gears.
It's mind warping. And of course, I'm a huge Space Engineers mech fan. That's the thing that I'm always like, my jaw drops when people build crazy stuff. So it's a good day. It's a good day to be a space engineer.
So this is one of the examples to really, the most simplest showcase, guys, is, again, if you've done this on if you did this on the last build, wow, this would be slightly floating, right? There'd be like an ever so slight thing, and you can now see this small grid will sit perfectly on the large grid block here. So that's this new collision model change shown in its like most basic form, I guess.
Exactly, the mech was walking around.
I know, it just caught my eye. Let's watch this here. I just saw it in the corner of my eye there, and I was like, what the heck?
Oh god.
Well, let's have a look at the mechanism here. So again, here's the hatch, right? And you'll see the hatch will actually, boom, slide in. Mech builders rejoice, because when you're building stuff like this, collisions are super important. Like every little millimeter of things can make clang happen or not happen, you know? So to have them be accurate to what the block visually looks like.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so beautiful. Really smooth walking. Whomever is the creator of that fantastic kind of Titanfall-esque monstrosity there, very well done. Very well done.
This is made by Creatio. Whoa. Can
you show sim speed? Can we get like a Shift F11 real quick?
Whoa.
I'm sure sim speed is fine. You'd probably see some craziness if sim speed wasn't fine. Although that mech falling down made it.
What the heck is this?
When will you stream again? I'm streaming right now. I'm streaming with Zachary. This counts. Why no mods for Xbox? That is a long, complicated question, but it's possible that some limited implementation of certain things could happen in the future, but we really don't have anything on that front to talk about right now. You do not currently have mods. Will we get a new main menu in the future? What do you mean, Owlman? Could you describe your ideal main menu? Will there be performance improvements for PC? There are always performance improvements for PC, and those performance improvements many times bleed over and contribute to making Xbox run better. And actually vice versa, Xbox sometimes makes PC run better. Salt, are you accusing me of things right now? What is happening?
Whoa. I'm just looking at this insane bunker entrance here. This is nuts. Look at this. It's so smooth. It's okay. It's like hidden. You can't even see it.
is an interesting suggestion. If you have suggestions, please go to our support portal. Tell us about your ideas.
I pressed the wrong button. Sorry.
Don't press the wrong button.
Oh, I pressed close twice. I pressed open twice. That's why. Sorry, Carol.
Did you break it?
Yeah, I broke it. I broke it. I broke it. I broke it. I pressed the wrong button.
Now the creator's standing next to you going, why? Get out of my server.
Why would it? Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. Typical me to break it. Press one button, I break it.
Can we choose what three Xbox question? Can we choose what 3 planets we get in Star System? I mean, ultimately, if you wanted to, you could just replace what planets are in Star System. You could even replace what planets are in the Star System, then upload your world to mod.io, and then anyone who wanted to use those planets could just download your world.
Now, I know what this is. This is, look at this, guys. Again, new improvements. Retractable landing gears. Look at this. So, super flush bottom. You've got the system up inside the ship. Imagine this is a ship. And then once you come down to a planet, hopefully someone will hit the button for me. We're just waiting. Someone will hit it, I'm sure. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm not getting... There we go. And retract the landing gears from inside the hull of the freaking ship. That's what we're talking about, guys. So,
it's good stuff.
It's, again, it's, as I think someone in chat said, this isn't a small update. This is actually huge for builders, for people who like the building and the mechanical aspect of the game, the engineering side of the game, some would say, which is in the title. This is absolutely massive. You can see here how the block will actually come up inside.
James Meyer, you said the game only calculates on 1 core. Will it ever be possible for multi-core usage? The game does currently use multiple cores. It does have limited multi-threading. Amanda tapping respawn ship win. In the future, when we have supercomputers that can compensate for the sheer scale of your builds, Britol.
Looking for you, Climb. Where are you? Here you are.
Will there be multiplayer test for Xbox to help performance and crashes? We have a lot of news for Xbox, and I don't have a lot of details that I can tell you about right now. But we have tons of news for Xbox that's going to be getting released later this month. So watch our social media, keep an eye on our news, and just be ready. It's going to be a bunch of really amazing stuff. So August is going to be a good month.
Yeah, hopefully we're getting through some of the questions now, guys. Keep them coming, keep them coming.
How does the new collision detection work for block deformation? It doesn't change the existing system. So a deformed block will still act exactly the way it did before. With the advances learned in ME, when will SE get compound blocks? Compound blocks are not a planned feature at this time. Will we get performance updates for AMD GPUs? Like I said earlier, we are constantly working on improving performance just across the board. It's an ongoing process. So everyone will get performance increases to everything over time. One of the major things we did with this multiplayer update was we ran multiplayer tests. When we were running those tests, it is a massive help. Philcon was giving a shout out to a couple of players because they contributed a lot of their free time to help us better understand how our multiplayer update was performing. So if you have time to participate in our tests, our public tests, please do, and please give us feedback. A link to where I can get these posts for Xbox. How about...
Whoa. Retractable cargo containers from the belly of the beast. Damn. Nice.
Xbox multiplayer upgrade capacity is been in the Keen Software House plans. We have a number of multiplayer improvements that are in plans right now or in progress right now. And so you should be seeing those things coming out, some of them sooner, some of them later. But we have lots of improvements coming to Xbox across the board, but multiplayer included. Multiplayer projections. If you want to go, I just linked in YouTube chat right before you asked that question, support.keenswh.com. Please go to our support portal. If you'd like to vote on that topic, please do. Or if you'd like to make a new topic, go ahead and do that.
I've been told that, I see in the chat, we've been joined by Marek Rosa himself, guys. In the YouTube chat. Marek, good to see you. We've gone through the blog post, Marek, and we're now just answering questions, but people are very hyped about this stuff. And we're just currently showcasing some of the builds that, you know, are possible now with these new improvements. So welcome, Marek.
Sci-fi hydrogen thruster. We had several. Yeah, go ahead, Joel.
No, that's all right. I was just saying, it was a sci-fi hydrogen thruster. Like, this has been one of the hot topics since the last update. And, wow, that's so nice. Oh, wow. I think it was me. Yeah. And the Teak actually said in the office opening party, like, we're definitely like, it's something we're thinking and looking at, because it's one of the biggest feedbacks from Sparks the Future, I think. So.
Well, timers have a smaller delay in milliseconds. If you have cool ideas for features, things that are way outside the box, stuff that isn't currently a part of Space Engineers, again, please head over to the support portal. You can use the search feature. Many times you'll be like, I have this incredible idea, this awesome thing I'd love to see in Space Engineers. You go to the support portal, use the search feature, and you'll find out other people not only created the topic already, but there's tons of comments to read about their take on the idea and loads and loads of votes on it. So please go find the topic you're looking for, or create a new topic and vote for us and tell us what's important to you.
Definitely. Because again, Philip said that this has been tested. This build has been tested for 2 months nearly now. So hopefully this is a stable release. But again, because of the optimizations and there's huge changes made, there may be things snuck in there. So please do report everything you find, guys. Philip's going to be watching those reports like a hawk, I'm sure. And also, you might be wondering, it's not so easy to easily demonstrate the server improvements like this right now, because again, the server improvements are mainly aimed at big, longer running servers, and we simply don't have time in this stream to actually showcase that. But definitely in the coming weeks, we're going to be monitoring the situation and seeing how people are finding the new stuff. And yes, this collision improvement is live right now, Chris. This collision improvements are here along with this optimization update, so yes.
And I see a number of, I would call these like feature requests, where we're asking for things that just aren't a part of the game, or maybe we're talking about a mod that currently exists that you feel like it should be vanilla. We have incorporated a huge number of community requests into our development process. So if you'd like to get some attention on something that you want us to take a look at, please go to the support portal. As I will always say, go to our support portal, make a topic, get some votes, tell us what's important. Was water ever added? Yep, it's ice.
I see someone attempting to make a retractable ramp here. But of course, there's a problem, because when it's like a block, you can't do this, you know, it's still there, so they have to change this end block a little bit here. I'm just curious to see if this works. I don't know which blocks, obviously not all blocks have been updated with the new collision, so I'm curious to see how this goes here.
Yeah, and that's
Mozzarella
the other thing.
Man 1. I see you there. I see everybody. I can't reply to everybody, but I see the names and I see the messages. Mozzarella Man says, I love your game so much. I know you won't see this, but thank you for making this amazing game. We thank you, Mozzarella, for your kind words. if you say you don't see it, I'm like, boom. No, I'm kidding. But I really, it's no other thing in the chat. I'm pretty good at skim reading, but it's impossible to answer, respond to every question in time. So before it's, so.
Can we have button panels with reduced collision? Yeah, Hyperforce, not every block has been done yet. So I think I'm almost certain that's one of the blocks that hasn't been done yet. I know Splitsy ran into that when he was making his video. But try to keep in mind, again, with these modified collisions, it's only partially complete. We still have a significant amount of work to do.
I'm anticipating this ramp here, or this hatch they're trying to make. Because I haven't experimented with this stuff myself. I really haven't jumped in yet. Oh! Sorry. Holy moly. Now that is what I call slick. Look, this is a trap door. Inverse this, inverse this, and you've got yourself like, hey, what's going on? I'm just casually walking across. Oh, I can't. Hold on. I'm just casually walking across this. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, there, obviously, I was... But that could be falling to my doom. Imagine if this was a scenario with, like... A scenario with, I don't know, no jetpack or something. But, again... Waffle iron. Missile silo confirmed. But you guys can see how it slickly folds in. And you really cannot see. Like, there's no... Apart from maybe the armor edges give it away. But not even that, because you guys know... Hold on, come down. If you color this, that's the thing, right? Because you see armor edges when there's a different color. But it's kind of the same color, so it's not so obvious. But if... Oh, I can't paint. Okay. But if you were to paint, like, you know... Have the outside... I don't know, that'd give it away, though. I don't know how you'd do it. I don't know, because then it'd be more obvious, because they'd be like this suddenly. I don't know. You know what I mean? But on the whole, when it is down, you really cannot see that at all. That's crazy. I don't think this is airtight, though, right?
No.
Someone will... Yeah, I don't think it's airtight, because the way airtightness works, which I know that may come as a disappointment to some, but again, who knows? I'm going to say who knows? But the current implementation, the way this works, this doesn't make any changes to pressurization, so pressurization still works with the same rules. This is still it fits in the hole, but this is still a subgrid at the end of the day, and the subgrids aren't airtight. So,
will there be fixes for the AMD CPU stuttering issues? Those issues should be resolved. If you're still running into any issues, please go to our support site and let us know. But for the bulk of our users, we had direct contact with some 50 AMD users that all let us know it was resolved for them. If you're still running into issues, please let us know what the issue is so that we can help take care of it for you. And there was a number. Yes, I see a number of them. There was a number of requests about some form of combat or military or weapons update or something along those lines. Again, go to the support portal and let us know the kinds of things you'd like to see. We have tons and tons and tons of crazy stuff planned that just, we're not done and we can't talk about it yet, but there's lots of stuff on the horizon. So.
There is. I mean, I'm drifting. I was just blown away by this. They're trying to build a vehicle ramp, like in a drop ship. So this whole platform will lower, and the vehicle can drive off. But yeah, just coming on to that, we have some awesome stuff planned this year, guys. Just to echo what Kinada said, like we've got some really exciting things in the pipeline. And yeah, you'll be obviously for both PC and Xbox. So I mean, I know that's a bit of a tease, but stay tuned. Okay, so now we're not quite long enough here. There we go. Maybe if it was slower, it would actually be quite smooth. So there you go. You've got like a platform that can go up inside of a ship. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. That's so nice. What is here? Oh, retractable land. Oh, small grid retractable landing gear system. Check this out. So it spins around. And oh, that's nice. So that is a landing gear which fits into one block space. This is because obviously the system over here was for larger grids, but it's obviously not so compact because you need all the mechanism here. But this right here shows how you can literally go from the bottom of a vehicle, a flat belly of a fighter, and then it can, well, it looks like it's nearly there, and then it's on a hinge to flip it down, and then a rotor to spin it around. And that just shows you guys how you can make... I don't know who built this. I don't know. Klein, did you build this? Or, I don't know, surrounded by people. Everyone's come to have a look at this amazing contraption. But this is a really, really nice way to build retractable landing gears. Obviously, the glass is for show. This could just be the inside of the ship. But still, show you guys how, with these new collision improvements, this kind of shenanigans is possible. Jakaria made it fantastic. Sorry, carry on there, Kin, outside.
I'm equally baffled. Space Engineers has been changed forever, and keep in mind, with these improvements, we're only part of the way done. So if you run into a block that's acting unusual, it's not a bug. It's just not done yet.
That's a good point.
How does one join the test server? Is it YouTubers only? No. Generally speaking, on our Discord, which I will throw up a link for you. On our Discord, we tend to announce events like this when we're going to be running a public test. It also goes out on social media. If you're watching, typically we'll have a connected forum post, and you can just hop in and join us and help us test a new build. As Joel mentioned earlier and Philcon mentioned much earlier, this stuff, like the last test ran for 2 months almost. So. Is this update similar to Sparks of the Future, where it is only added to PC, or will we be seeing the collision updates on console as well? So the process right now is that updates come out for PC, and then hopefully slowly those things get moved over to Xbox. Frostbite, which came out a little while ago, is going to be coming to Xbox this month. So big stuff this month. Is there a list of which blocks have had the collision fix? I don't believe we have one publicly available, but that is definitely something that I could take a look into for you.
All right, guys. Keep this stuff coming, though. I've been blown away by how quickly people are already coming up with amazing contraptions for these new collision improvements.
And it's just going to get crazy. It's just going to get absolutely nanner pants crazy. It's fantastic.
I think I've looked at everything in the world so far. Someone was working on this door here. This was done, I think.
How do you compare tiered physics system to torch concealment? We're deciding which one to use. You don't have to use both if you like.
Yeah, you can use both. That's one of the main points there, so. Captain Shack, welcome to the stream. How you doing, Captain? What a great day, right, Riv? I mean, it really is exciting. It really is exciting stuff, and I think both hearing the news from server admins in the coming weeks. I think the server stuff, as it spreads, it will take some time for people to kind of their servers to grow, and then you'll suddenly feel these things. But again, I think like in the next couple of days, we're going to see some amazing builds come out of this new collision improvements.
Mm-hmm. Is the fixed collision part of a paid DLC? No, of course not. It's functional. It's a mechanic of the game. We would definitely not make put that behind a paywall, I think is the common term. We try to ensure that everything that's a functional mechanical part of the game is always part of the free update. Goodness. They're looking at Twitch chat, guys. We are also looking at YouTube chat, guy. Will the last few DLCs make it to the Xbox anytime soon? Yes, soon. When is this coming? Today.
Right now.
And yeah, right now, an hour ago. Yes, and thank you, Gwendolmere in Twitch chat. There is no paid DLC. This is just an update. This is free stuff. Enjoy your free stuff. Have all the free stuff.
Major
what we
changes, Captain Shack. Major changes and minor changes that are actually major changes. To the wheels.
Captain Jack. Oh, go ahead.
Let's go ahead. It's okay.
We have a huge series of changes. If you read the blog post, let me grab the link and throw that in chat again. If you read the blog post, you'll see, I mean, even if you only have a moment to scan it, you'll see that there's massive performance improvements. The example server we gave is UK number 5 in the blog post, and you can see in UK number 5 that with all of our new performance options enabled in the multiplayer server, UK number 5 being an extremely well-populated server, you can see that we're able to show really, really massive performance improvements. The numbers on the left are load, and the numbers along the bottom are time, and then I guess it's all labeled well enough. Anyway, tons of awesome performance improvements is what I was going to say. Nanites? No nanites.
It's free real estate. More LCD posters. I just dedicated servers, Shaq. For the server,
Right.
oh well, mostly, but there are, even in single player, there are some more general optimizations as well, and also which will carry on to lobby. So there's improvements across the entire game for performance optimization. The big ones, the big hitters, are for the dedicated servers.
Any solution to grid blocks merging problem when you copy paste? Actually, Splitsy offered a really smart solution to this. Just slightly open a door when you're making your blueprint, or slightly, say for instance, it's a secret door you have the door slightly open. That'll ensure that the grids are slightly off alignment from each other, and they shouldn't merge when you copy paste it. Very easy stuff.
I think somebody's pasting something into the world that might be breaking the server. I don't quite know what's going on yet, but it crashed, I think, and then it restarted, and then someone tried to paste in the same thing and it crashed again. So there's some cursed grid, I think. I maybe Climb knows what's going on. So, wow, the worlds are filling up then, are they? Here we go. Is that you, Northy?
Any plans for a small grid jump drive? Not at this time.
I do watch Splitsy. I say, Mason, we just earlier... Actually, it was this guy. Like, an hour or two ago, linked me a video. Hey, check out this crazy collision stuff that Splitsy did. So, you bet.
Oh, I could go on a list. I watch so many YouTube videos, and I join Twitch streams all the time. If you're thinking about streaming Space Engineers on Twitch, let me know. I'll pop in and hang out during your stream if I have time for it. I try to get around to as many streams as I can every day, and I always try and drop in and see what people are posting on YouTube. Lots of awesome stuff, especially from, we've seen a lot of really awesome content from much smaller YouTube creators lately, and so I've been trying to kind of hone in on that and show off some of that stuff. It's really good stuff.
This is a bad question to ask, Aaron, but guys, I have something for you. It's just off topic here, but it's just a bit of fun. Oh God. If you guys can have one wish, think carefully now. I know, think carefully now, because obviously you know the memes, water when, it's all that. All right, but seriously, guys, if you can have what would you? Yes, you right there, sat on the couch or sat on the. What would you have What would your wish be for space engineers today, as of 6th of August 2020? What do you long for the most? I'm curious, just to see what's. I mean, you know, I expect NPCs, you know, water probably, but I'm curious. Oh, weapons as well, of course. But I'm just seeing here. This is not like this is not an official poll. It's just a bit of fun for the stream. I'm just seeing if I see some patterns.
Of course, keeping in mind that you have planets,
okay.
hinges, female engineers, ladders, and like 5 other things that you've requested in the past. All that stuff's done already if you haven't played in a while.
I see some people asking for ladders. I think ladders squared. When are we getting ladders in Space Engineers? That is the big question on my mind. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of NPCs and weapons. Lots of weapons. Obviously, some. There's lots of, you know, individual ideas, I think.
Well, that's always the really interesting
challenges,
thing.
More challenges. PvE combat. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for putting the ideas there. I was just curious to see if. Okay. Right, rails, gears. I mean, it's more mechanical thing as well. People are always after, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man. Whoa. Chat is flying.
I know. Why would you do this? Why would you do this, Soccer? Look at what happened.
Wow, look at this though. Look at this. We're taking a look at some new subgrid stuff here. And again, this wouldn't be possible before because this would be colliding. So here we have like a little ramp here. And obviously we just had hinges, so hinges were already a huge mechanical, you know, addition. And now with this, I think these new collision improvements, along with hinges that only just came out not that too long ago, I think are still going to enable so many more amazing builds here. This is actually a flying ship, so look at this. So we come inside. This is all kind of, who is this? This is Roni. So Roni, trying to see exactly. Trying to figure out exactly what's been. Okay, so there's like a big. Does this flip, Roni? Okay, hold on. You're dropping me off here. Thank you, thank you. Whoa, what a cool bridge. Oh wow! So this is it. This is the hybrid build, guys. You guys, I've seen this before. You've probably seen this before. So we're looking at a large grid, but with a small grid interior, and it's seamlessly. It just works. No, but seriously, like everything, there's no floaty stuff or anything like that. It looks like compound blocks or something, you name it. Look at this, we've got some greebling in the corner here as well, just hanging out. And it doesn't look like it's floating or detached. It just looks like a detailed interior here. So this is some very, very, very nice stuff. I don't know who buys, so you can kind of, if I come to the outside here. There we go, here I am. So you can see the large grids, which enables you to have the big thrusters and so on. Now the small grid method, the small grid head method here, allows you to attach this small grid like cockpit, and you can kind of see how they've built that out and made this front end. And that's, you can barely tell that it's actually a different grid now. That's the thing. Like that, okay, there's a gap there. I found a gap. I'm just being really critical now. But on the whole, looking at this front end, it works so well. And that interior really is beautiful there. Like, you know, this onto the floor. They've got the large grid, flight seat, but all this kind of like decoration around the seat and the kind of little ramp across. I mean, this is one mighty fine looking bridge right here. So another example of what you guys can do with this stuff. Seeing more and more builds, and because some of these ones people have had access to this in the public test, these changes. Some of it's, that's why there's some ready-made solutions. Fantastic. We have a Twitch emote tower here. Oh my. Wonderful. Right. Oh, another one here. Red. Go on, man.
Just a reminder for all of those suggestions. First of all, thank you everybody for just voicing what you'd like to see. We do go through our support site constantly and and try and get some sense of what everybody's looking for. Lots of comments on social media, forum, the Steam forum, and Discord. But also try and keep in mind that when you say I'd like to see more guns, your idea of more guns could be very different than some other player's idea of more guns. I would like to see shields. Well, what kind of shields? How would they work? What do you power them with? Try and keep in mind that your ideas could be very different. So one of the ways that we can work through those ideas is by using the support portal and watching the discussions that happen around these suggestions from you. So leave us your suggestions, but possibly more importantly, talk to each other and have discussions on the support portal about how you envision these ideas working. Because a force field is very different depending on what version of sci-fi we're talking about.
I just realized what this one is. This is the same one, but it's showing the colors of the blue being the large grids and the red being the small grid subgrid. So this is just because obviously it was kind of tripping when we first came in here to look exactly what was the separate grid here, but you can kind of see here how the subgrid weaves in and out of the main large grid here. So really nice demonstration again of that. Those collision improvements, because then here that's just flush. It is when you it is when you come back. It is, yeah. So nice. Right then.
I left you a Twitch DM with my idea. Don't leave us a DM on Twitch with your idea. Leave it on the support portal. That's the place we're going to see it. You really don't want to get lost in the mix. Don't spam a bunch of DMs. I can see 7 on my Discord right now. Don't spam a bunch of DMs to us on Discord. We have nowhere to put your idea when you give it to us. Put it on the support portal where we can take a look at it and really review it. And importantly, the other members of the community can look at your idea and vote on it.
So what's this here that people are building? I'm seeing blocks sliding across. Hold on. These attached. Okay. Is this permanently attached now, surely though? No, maybe not. This is tripping me out here. VR. I'm seeing more people asking about VR actually. Just tonight there's been a lot of people saying VR. It's interesting. 07's in the chat if you own a VR headset. I still haven't got one. I still think, have you got one? You got one, Aaron?
So I had the original like Kickstarter dev kit Oculus Rift headset until it died. The one that had the really bad like screen dooring effect.
Whoa, a lot of people. Damn. Amazing. That's a fair number there.
Hello, Feedry.
Yeah, I think someone pasted. Yeah, I think somebody did something in the server again. But luckily, we're not kicked out yet, so we can have a look at this glorious items here. It's amazing though, because that is a serious increase. Because I feel like if I had just asked 1 year ago, or more noticeably 2 years ago, who's got a VR headset, I reckon it would. I don't know, like definitely half as many people, maybe even 10 times less. I don't know, 2 years ago. Yeah, I noticed that, Salt. Yeah.
Notice how no one on the server is moving. Yes.
Just waiting for it to come back up here.
Imagine flying a spaceship in VR. It's an enticing proposal, absolutely. Can we get a roadmap? At this time, we don't do what most other companies do. Like we don't have like a 1 year roadmap or anything like that we release. We work as quickly as we can, as efficiently as we can, to get out as much as we can, as soon as we can. That's an interesting suggestion. Definitely one for the support site. Purely client-side scripts for cockpit scripts. or for cockpit LCDs, I'm sorry, could be interesting and performant. If your question starts with, so what are your plans? You currently know all of the plans that we can talk about.
Can we have a suggestion channel on Discord to keep suggestions idea? The problem is, DP, again, they get lost there, so that's why we have the support site to, because more, not always, but a lot of ideas have maybe been probably suggested already, you know? So it's good to first look to see if there's already has, then you can kind of vote on that to try and, what's the word, like, rather than having duplicate ideas, trying to kind of keep them all, you know, so...
And we do see some people discussing ideas that they have for space engineers. Space engineers is really neat because everyone plays it differently. There are people who build exclusively. That's just all they do. They've never touched survival. They just sit in creative and build interesting things. There are players that literally just want to run around the alien planet and shoot bugs. That is all. That's all they want is dead bugs. Like, so there are all these different, Captain Jack tells incredible stories with space engineers. There are all these different ways to play the game. So, and the suggestions are across that spectrum of different ideas for what people think would be the one perfect addition to space engineers. There's 100 best ideas out there. Make voting about energy weapons and shields Team Faintix. If you go to the support site, you will see that we actually have some voting going on those specific topics right now.
Holy moly, Erin.
Yes.
This car with those gullwing door, look, that's nuts. That's beautiful.
I'm sorry, I have some stream delay here as well, so, but yes, that is...
Just the fact, again, the seamless. Although I'm...
Yeah.
It's Roni. It's Roni. Oh my goodness. Oh, don't mind the driving. Nearly as good as mine.
An RP friendly game? Oh my goodness, yeah. There's like tons of RP only servers. There are YouTube channels where they're literally producing, like, I don't know what you would call it. It's episodes, but like their own TV show or their own movies using space engineers to tell their stories. Really, really incredible stuff.
Roni in the 90s. Da-da-do-da-ba-da-do. It is Roni in the... Not, of course. Predictable, but, you know, very predictable. Alright, what else is people coming up with here? Okay.
You're going to need a gyro.
That's super satisfying, watching how smooth that is. Yeah, there are RP servers out there. I've never played on one, but there are at least some out there that are pretty active, so I shouldn't take too much searching. Again, always ask in the Discord. I'm sure in Discord you can find some... Whoa. Don't know what this is. Deleting this. So now someone's demonstrating hidden turrets as well. So a simple method of having a turret... Oh my...
That's one way to hide it.
That's one way to hide it, yeah. Captain Solar, if you know of an RP server, feel free to shout it out in the chat. Because technically, this should come in completely into the space, and then...
When will Xbox get servers? We really don't have a timeline for that right now. We are working busily on developing Xbox right now, space engineers on Xbox right now. right now we're trying to push out Frostbite. We have lots of little side things that are going on. So as soon as possible is the most accurate time I can give you. Are there plans to further improve the survival experience? So that's a super broad question. What would you consider an improvement to the survival experience? And we're back to the support portal. If you throw up what you would consider an improvement to the survival experience, throw it on the support portal and try and get other people to vote on it, comment on it, and talk to you about your idea.
Speaking of French translation, guys, we just today we added French and Spanish to the official translation list, and the wonderful Rony dude has pasted in one of their amazing recreations here of current big builds. They've also been working on the Burj as well, I think. So look at this. You got hinges on the base to get the angles right. This is the scale, Rony. This feels almost to scale. Like, I've been to the Eiffel Tower. Oh, it's obviously just the base so far, but I'm trying to think the scale. And if I was in VR right now, you come down to one of the corners, the elevator, you look up. I don't know exactly, but it feels almost right, you know. Any French in the chat can maybe confirm or deny the scale of this this build here.
Asimo, are you around?
It's amazing though, the detail on that.
There we go. Rivian said it's the right scale.
A little too small, but not far off. Okay. Looks right. Maybe not scale, but not that far off. A bit small, probably. Again, like, I can't remember. I just remember yeah, maybe a little bit small. Rony, let us know in the chat, Rony. Rony, because obviously you can use the blocks, right? You know that each block is 2.5 meters. So you can kind of do the math on it roughly, right? But is it the one in Vegas? Is it the Vegas one? I think the Vegas one isn't as big as this though, right?
Luke said live in Paris and it's not big enough.
Yeah, we think about this and we come down here, stand. Imagine if I was walking up to here. Nah, now I come back here, it isn't big enough, I think. You're right. Nah, it's not big enough now. Like, when I'm up close, it kind of feels like it, but it just shows you the size of this thing is just... I put a player here. Put a player here and then back out, because it can be deceptive. So there's a player, that's me. If I zoom out from the player... There's the player in reference to it, so... Still very impressive, regardless of the scale question. It's still the intricacy and the levels of the number of subgrids. You got a large grid here, you got a small grid here to do all these shapes. It is very, very impressive, so... It's a third too short.
What are you most excited to try and build with this release? I'm gonna guess. Zockley, I'm gonna guess what you're most excited to build.
What's that?
Retractable landing gear.
That is a very big deal because it's retractable landing gear is something that everyone's wanted to be able to do or to have, right? And it's pretty easy to do that. You saw the simple method just with the piston going through the hole. If you want to have a rotor hinge thing to make it more compact, that's an option. But yeah. Rony says this is actually a bit bigger than the real life one. That's what Rony just said in chat, I think. So technically it's a bit bigger? Who knows? The maths, no. The maths, no.
As far as more Xbox questions about the future of what's happening with the development of Xbox, we're still staying consistent with developing on Xbox, and we do not have anything more to release other than right now, in August, you will be getting Frostbite.
That's an important one.
Wait, what? Retractable landing gear? You showed up late. We know that. Yes, not a block, but a creation using the. Yeah, I know,
Oh, I see what they're doing now. This is what they were doing. Check out this, guys. Let me check the shadow here. Just around. There we go. I was trying to figure out what was going on, but that's so satisfying. That is what we call engineering right there, folks. Okay.
Okay. Any word on Linux support? We don't directly support Linux, but we do have a community of players on our Discord that work on kind of unofficial Linux support. So if you'd like to join our Discord, I can throw up a link in chat, and maybe you can find something you're looking for there.
Steam engine piston. What's so nice about this is that it slides along the block, and obviously it could probably come up a little bit, but that could be a channel, right? And that could slide through at the end there. Does someone say SE coin pusher?
We're still having a very... That block is sliding without taking damage. It shouldn't be a problem. You should be able to slide blocks without... They could have block damage disabled, but...
Well, that's it. Well, remember the subgrid damage disabled, and it is a subgrid, so the block can't do damage to itself. Other grids could do damage, but it won't clang out probably because of the setting. Obviously, you can turn it off, but...
But with things like that possible, why would you? That car looks like a Datsun. Oh my. Would you look at that?
Whoa. Holy moly. That's a nice looking ship right there. And this is just what people have been doing in the last couple of weeks on the public test. So I think you guys can see what people are creating in the last half an hour or hour or so with this stuff, so.
Good gravy.
Oh, here's a ship with, I think this ship had retractable landing gear. I think that's why they kept pasting in, maybe. Oh, this is just pistons though, so maybe not new, but it's a nice ship though for sure. Oh wow, up here. Oh, here, this is what here we've... Oh, hold on. Look at Jack in the Box. So it's a retractable bridge. No way. That is slick. Completely hidden. Oh.
Well, that's going to change how fights go.
Yeah, man. Because you can have, like, when you're, like, flying around, have it retracted, have it extracted, or, extended, and then when you get into battle, come down and use a third-party camera or cameras to control. Keep it protected in the middle here, so...
How about more armor shapes? That is a suggestion.
Sorry, they're just like pressing back and forth. It's like subgrid periscope. Missile silos. You got it, Santi. It's all coming.
Can we have that retractable stuff without the need for subgrid scripts? Most of the stuff we've seen so far, I mean, clearly there's some more complex stuff, but just a piston pushing a grid up and down, that shouldn't require a script.
Garbage compactor. I think damage is damage disabled right now? Let's have some fun here. Hold on. Ready? You guys ready? It's Roni. Oh, I missed. Oh, just missed him. Right, come back here. Come get back in, Roni. In the trash compactor with you. Oh, all right, it's going, it's rolling. Oh, evidence removed, and look at that, just straight. There's no, there's no hatch here. It's just completely clean. So. Wow, it really ate that little ship up though, really. Can I put something else in there? Hold on, what else can I put in there? Oh, wait. Oh, that's a new... Oh, he's just put a new one in. Oh! Oh, and he fell in there. Right, put another one in. Hold on. I'm watching this time. Oh, no. Oh, is that... No, okay, it's a large grid one. It's a lot... I think you broke it. You broke it. Alright, oh well. Giving you guys some ideas here. Whoa, what the heck? Whoa, that's people are spamming stuff. Oh my goodness. Let me see who this is. Or are they clever enough to hide their tracks, I wonder.
Make collectors useful again. I use collectors all the time when I'm playing Space Engineers. How are they not useful? I use them for so much stuff.
Oh, it was hidden. What the heck? Who is this? Who made this? Ah. Roni. Come on, man. There's a line, Roni, and you always get to that line. How predictable.
A little chaos.
Right, look, there's another thing here. Let me be the, what's the word? Let me give you the benefit of the doubt, Road. Let me assume that someone set you up and gave you those balls. You know, they transferred ownership to you in a terrible smear campaign against, you know.
What are they actually good at? Oh, collectors are good at all kinds of things. One of my favorite things to do in Space Engineers is to just play a salvage game. I won't mine any materials I need. I'll just try and find NPC vessels to use. And I will usually build like a trash city, which is just NPC vessels all attached to each other with connectors. But then at some point you need to start collecting goods. So a couple of spherical gravity generators on a rotor so that they kind of create I don't know what you would call it, a whirlpool of gravity. And then a normal gravity generator in the center to just suck things into it. And then you throw collectors up and just grind things into the giant collector vortex. It's fantastic and fun to watch.
This is a custom turret here someone just made as well. See here.
Big fan of custom turrets. I've seen all kinds of crazy custom turrets on the workshop. Really innovative stuff.
Okay, guys. All right. See what the server's doing as well here. Oh, it's because of the I want to let me get rid of the ping here. I want to see the other servers here. I want to see the official servers and see what's going on. Yeah, we're gonna answer some more questions here, Rotal. But say as things, we can definitely start to wrap this up. I think here for today. We'll be looking. Yeah, so get your questions in, guys. Any more big questions about this update? Ideally now. Where's the
last chance?
Oh, there we go. There they are. UK #1. Very, very popular server, it seems.
Exceptionally
UK5
popular server.
It's and then NA2. NAs are all filling up. So official servers are definitely up there now, starting to fill up.
Is it possible to ever get thruster control on subgrids in native SE without scripts? And Gwyn kind of clarified that question for me a little bit earlier, and I think I know what you mean now. As far as like say like VTOL control or just the ability to increase propulsion or decrease propulsion, that isn't something we have planned right now, but it's certainly not something I would rule out.
80-player server. Again, this is what I'm curious about. These bigger servers here who have a lot of players, and not just on now, who are across. I'm curious to see how these servers will progress in the coming weeks. And I mean, some of them will be obviously using Torch as well. But again, the update today should increase all servers, with or without third-party plugins and software, etc. Have wheels been? I don't know yet, Tommy and Man. That they should be at some point, but I don't know if they have been yet. How? Yeah, I think so, Kingdom. It's the plan. At least revisited, you know. Some might not change so much, but I believe so.
Will FPS be impacted? In what way? Are there any plans for the ability to bind WASD to actions without scripts? There's a really cool workshop mod for that, by the way. But again, if you have these ideas that are kind of outside the scope of this stream, please put them on the support site. I'll throw up another link to the support site. If you go to the support portal and use the search function, you'll probably save yourself a lot of time. There's tons and tons of really incredible ideas already on there that just need more votes. Let us know what you're thinking about. Tell us what you have in mind.
There was I don't think we mentioned it yet, but some people asked about the Ryzen fix is already gone out. So hopefully those of you with Ryzen, the Ryzen issue was a problem for some months, I think. I don't know exactly when. I think it was the Frostbite release it came in. So hopefully those of you guys on Ryzen, or not the all Ryzen, it was the later gen. It was the latest gen Ryzen, mainly. Hopefully you guys have no problems now in terms of those freezes that were happening there. So I saw a couple of questions today about Ryzen still, but
indeed, and I just threw up a link to the forum post where we talk about that update.
Great, there you go, fantastic.
Oh, did I throw up the wrong link? Sorry. Let's take a look. I threw up something.
Sparks the future if you're up. Well, that might be right? Because you wanted it's the update within that, isn't it?
Right. That includes a change log, which includes that update. You scared me, Gwyn. You scared me. Thought I put the wrong thing up.
Tech Dragon channel says, so far new game Ryzen 3800, solid 120 FPS and no drops whatsoever. Great tech. Hope that stays up that way.
That's what I want to hear. What is the Xbox update and when? It is this month. It is Frostbite.
And obviously,
any chance for? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say obviously, guys. I know Xbox players. We understand. You know, you obviously at some point the updates and DLCs are somewhat behind schedule at the moment. So definitely we're looking at that gap between the PC and Xbox, and of course in an ideal world the PC and Xbox would drop on the same day, but because of the process and so on, the additional time Xbox needs and so on, it's currently kind of difficult, but we definitely would like to have them aligned. And even if it meant I think it means that it also equals to more time for testing PC as well. So definitely, I can't promise that, but definitely we're hearing the feedback and see you guys, obviously, because we make announcements about the new updates and the new DLCs and so on. And normally Xbox players, you know, are waiting a bit longer for that. So we're hopefully trying to decrease that time between the Xbox, and maybe even getting it to be unified. So it's a point on that one.
How is your company handling burnout in the industry? You, and I assume you're referring specifically to Crunch. We have a really good boss. That's how that works. We have a really good boss.
Yeah, I mean, I can't, to my knowledge, like, yeah, no, I mean, it's totally fine for us. I think things are really well. I think things are better than they've ever been in some ways. You know, it's really, say it's yeah, things are being, and especially with all the Corona situation. No, it's life at Keen has been fine. Yeah, everyone's been getting on and getting into the rhythm of working from home a lot more. So it's been really great. And that reminds me that we have lots of positions still available, guys. So do check the jobs page and definitely see if there is a role for you out there. What the? Oh my goodness me! That's I can't think what I dread to know what the speed is of that at the end of that spinner there. Whoa.
Oh my God.
You see that, right? I don't know. Destroying the people's...
Welcome to Wacky Fun Landing Space Engineers.
that's... Oh man. The thing's... Oh, you guys killed... No, it's still going.
Oh, is there a dot in the link? Goodness me. I'm struggling with links today, I tell you what. Here we go. You had one job, guy. All right, here we go. Let's try it again. Let's try it minus the dot in the link. Come work with us.
Get in the seat? Which seat? This seat? Oh no.
Yeah,
Where, Roni? Where? Here? Oh, right. Just let me just back out a second. I'm not going to go inside it. I mean, a little bit. I will. Right. Let's see the speed of this puppy then. Oh. Oh, I didn't even get one rotation. A smack right into the... just gone. Righty, bring that back. I want to get back. I want to see the speed. I barely got to see it. I got taken out on the first. I did feel like there was one of those fairground rides actually.
We can finally make Transformers. Yes, you can. And if you do, please post them on the workshop so I can see them.
Right, take two. We'll watch it from first person when it's slow, and then I'll back out. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Oh man. Oh, alright, that's enough. Alright, what's the speed at? 1,000! Over 1,000 meters per second on the end of that. That radial speed, holy moly.
Yeah.
There we
I can't
go,
watch
guys.
that. It's gonna make me ill.
Yeah, I know, that's why I left it back a little bit.
Any plan
Breaking
to
the speed limit.
Any plan to cooperate with SpaceX or another, I guess, space industry company? We would love to. If you know any of them, please have them email us.
This is not modded speed. This is vanilla speed. It's the way it works with radial speed and rotors. It's just dem physics, okay? And then someone destroys the server, of course, so... Yeah. You can do that in a vanilla game if you... Someone's routinely pacing in the wrong grid, I think, here. Control panel? Go on, man.
Just to address this one last time, will you update the control panel collision box too? Right now, these updates to the collision boxes, we're only about 60% of the way through the blocks. It takes a lot of time and energy to get all of these collisions changed. So please give us time. We will announce when we've completed all of the collision box changes so that you know if you run into something weird, it's definitely a bug at that point.
Yeah.
But for right now, we're only part of the way through. So if you run into a wonky block or something that's not acting the way you think it should, it could be a block that just hasn't been updated yet.
I saw Aragaf mention something about that. He was like, because we said, oh, you know, like if you find something bad, it's just because we haven't done the blocks yet. So that's not necessarily the case. But then, you know, once all the models have been updated and then there's some oddities, then you'll know it's a bug rather than it not being done yet, you know?
Right. Late question, but is the update out already? It is out already and has been out for a little over 2 hours. Go get it, download it, make something amazing, publish it on the workshop so I can tell you how cool you are.
There's one thing I wanted to show as well. Another feature is the, as someone in YouTube, where was that? I saw something. Panda said, yeah, let me show this colorable GPS here. Let me show this off.
Oh yeah, please.
Another quality of life improvement.
Truly.
Right.
Now you can color all your PS points.
Here, right here. That's it. We can name this RGB Madness. And there we go. You can see the RGB Madness thing. I'll make this. There we go. Let's change everything to night here a little bit. Or like. Yeah, let me show all signals. Someone just and when we come in here, we have the standard sliders that we have for the suit colors and all the other colors, so we can really go through all that.
Northie Park, we do not have a list that's publicly available right now of what blocks have been changed and what haven't. I'm going to try and get one and get that posted. I'll probably append it to the change log.
Well, there you go, guys. Super useful, because if you have like, let me just. Oh, hold on, I should probably do them all differently here. That's gonna be a problem. Oh, hold on. Forget that.
16 megabyte save log bug fix on Xbox. Has this been resolved? We have a number of issues that we're working through right now on Xbox. If you're still running into an issue like that, please report it to our support portal.
Oh. There we go. So again, as you say, what's so great about this is you can really organize this so you can, for yourself, you can say, okay, so pink is ore, this can be iron, this can be, you know, gold. I'm going to pink, this one can be uranium. Oh, okay, someone's... Some people are having some fun on the server. I think the server's a no-go because I can't do it without people doing shenanigans with warheads and whatever. So I got to show it off here, so that's good. Does the clipboard include color? I don't know. Maybe
yes.
It does.
Yes.
Fantastic.
It should include. Yes, it should include color. Let me double check.
So
I said that, and then I need to look at the chat. I'm 90% sure it does.
So that means that if you share a GPS coordinate in the chat or with your friends, it would also be the same color as which you set it to. And then I wonder if you change, it's probably a local change, it's not going to be shared, is it? So.
What's server max load at the moment? Build a super mega server and tell us how many people you managed to pack into it.
Or even quicker, yeah, thank you, Luca. I can use /GPS to create a GPS on my point. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking there is definitely a way to create GPSs quicker, right? And then you can just do enter, up, enter, up, enter, up, enter. Well, sorry, no. Enter, up, enter, enter, up, enter, probably, right? Yeah, to do it.
Add GPS subsections. So you mean like folders and stuff like that, so you can organize your GPS points.
Yeah, rather than
Awesome
by color.
suggestion. Awesome suggestion. Definitely something that we would love to see on the support portal.
Hex code, that'd be quite good, wouldn't it? Because the color's there, but as Elias says, a hex code box like in the painting box for emblems, so you can have the same hex color every time and stuff. That could be also nice. All right, guys, let's have a little look. What? Where's that blog post gone?
Is it possible to, I'm not, Mr. NL99, I'm not entirely sure what your question is. Is it possible to open the 100 ms speed to fly faster? Do you mean to modify speed? It's one of the single easiest mods you can make in Space Engineers. If you felt like getting into modding, it's super, super easy to change that. In fact, that might be the easiest mod. There's a number of like incredibly easy mods if you want to get into modding Space Engineers that are a great starting point. You have to read through an XML document. You have to find the number you're looking for. You change it. And other than making some folders, you're basically done at that point. It's easy stuff.
Yeah, Moobot's a bit dry. I don't know what's going on with Moobot. We should probably remove it because it always gets angry at people in chat unnecessarily.
Moobot seems to
I
be just
know.
angry in general.
Projector subgrid welding. It's. I think that's almost for these like multi-grid things. That would like finish the circle. I think is the ability to project blue subgrids via blue projectors, for sure. I feel you guys. Armor edges, armor edges being like an option for per grid, you know, like in the info or something. I think it's been like considered. It's been discussed at some point. I appreciate that many builds look much better without armor edges, so maybe worth having the conversation again about it. We like that. Yeah, I see a number of comments about that subgrid projection this today.
Again, if you have super awesome suggestions, if you have the one awesome idea that's going to make Space Engineers the most successful game in the world, support portal. Please put it on the support portal. And if it's an amazing idea, I guarantee you'll get tons of votes. I will throw up another link to it.
Oh yeah, and with the new collisions, no armor edges would be amazing for sure. Exactly, Northy. I hear you. It's great reading. It's great reading your guys' comments. I'm just reading some of over here, all of them.
I have no idea why Moobot just timed you out for 600 seconds.
I think it's like I don't know. I don't know why actually. I have no idea. I don't know. These new collisions make me pro armor edges. Because how do you know where the traps are? You don't. But no, I get it, James. Yeah.
That is molecular. That is the blog post. I'll give you another link to that real quick. That is Maricros's blog that tells you all about the cool stuff we're doing.
It's a trap. Is that not the point of traps? Well, it's already kind of hidden, you know, it's not that hard to see.
And now I have Admiral Akbar in my brain, thanks.
Appreciate the kind words, Al, man. Appreciate that. I just left the blog post over here again, guys.
Indeed, and I really think for those of you who are server admins running your own server, you've got tons and tons of players, and when you start to bring up the fact that you might need to wipe or you might need to delete some grids, I know hearts can be broken. So this should hopefully help maintain those larger servers that have big populations or just tons and tons of regular traffic. These server optimizations are going to mean a huge amount to those high population servers. So hopefully you won't have to wipe as often, or maybe you won't have to have that uncomfortable conversation with the person who built the 500,000 PCU grid or whatever.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Oh no, Northy. Fantastic, guys.
Where exactly? Let me pull that up real quick. If it'll come up.
Yeah.
Server longevity. I know. Long before I worked for Keen Software House, I was just a really big fan, and that was a major thing for the community that I ran. Was how long can we keep the server going with the same stuff? So players had a sense of like kind of object permanence. It's a big deal.
Definitely. That's always been my dream. I mean, it's you look at all the games for us. There's so many games. It's server restarts are just what they are, right? But I did have this like idea of like having a server that's literally going on for years, and there's like all kinds of like interweaving story and all that kind of stuff, and factions and lore. It somehow it does happen though. There are communities out there, and they're working like around the clock to like keep the servers running. It's constant cleaning. It's finding solutions. It's very it's almost a full-time job. Some of these bigger, longer, older servers.
Yeah, I mean, just for the Keen Software House official servers, we have a developer and we have our official Keen admins, and they spend a significant amount of time, working with players and working with the servers. So it takes quite a bit to keep a really good server up and running.
And Stardriver, the music in the SE is all created by Karol Antonin, and he does it all himself. So I think maybe sometimes works with certain soloists. Like some of the songs have kind of vocal tracks in, but it's all done kind of by himself, which is amazing. He's again Karol. It's weird, isn't it? When you think about a game, you don't necessarily, music isn't necessarily what you think about first, but it definitely is like recognizable as SE music. When it drops, it's like, yeah, here it comes, and it really is great. I've played plenty of games that don't have a soundtrack. I don't think about it, but when you do hear a nice one, it's like, wow, this is epic. So, big shout out to Karol, our composer.
Over 100 ms will break collision. Not exactly, but basically when you start to go into really dramatically high speeds, you end up with what's called phasing, and this is actually just a classic problem for multiplayer games just in general. Basically what happens is the client and the server are both trying to predict where each other are going to be, where objects are going to be. And if something's moving too quickly, essentially the server can't accurately predict where the object's going to be, and it kind of teleports or moves through things or isn't where it was supposed to be when it thought it would be there. Yeah, quantum tunneling, exactly, except we actually know where that stuff is, kind of, or we can accurately say that it's definitely in multiple locations.
I think using high speeds is okay. Like 150 or 200 millisecond is 100% fine. Yeah, I mean, from my experience, 150, even up to 300 with small grids. Like, if you have like a 150 for large grid and 300 for small grids, it is pretty. I mean, I can't really remember the last time there was a problem with it when I was playing it. But on the whole, you can, with the mods, pretty safely increase the speed limit, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, try it, guys. If you haven't tried it before, try it. It definitely changes the feel of the game, especially when you're flying in space. I mean, at 200, it's literally double the speed. So everything, you get to everywhere twice as quick, you know, so.
SE working just fine with Ryzen 7 3700X. I had no stutters or any other issues. Gameplay was pretty, I think you meant to say smooth, but you said smooty. Well, I'm glad your gameplay is smooty. Pretty smooty, no less.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Colonel, good to see you. Please, we got those fixes out there for you, good sir. All right then, guys. So what do you think, Aaron? Do you reckon we'll wrap this puppy up? We could probably answer questions for a lot longer here, but I think the main questions coming out from today, we've covered some Xbox stuff, we've covered the update stuff, and some of the future things, I think, vibes. So I think we're looking pretty good, right?
It's always really easy to sit and chit chat with people in the stream. I think we're good.
Awesome.
We have the major stuff covered.
Well, thank you so much, Aaron, for joining me today and definitely helping with those questions. It makes showcasing the game a lot easier rather than doing one and not doing the other. So thank you so much, man, for joining me once again. And you guys can always reach out to Aaron with certain things. I mean, there's some things definitely best support site, but he'll definitely be getting back to you on social media and at the support email. So thank you for all you do, man. Oh, this way. Thank you for all you do, man. And yeah, let's see then. I'll give some shout outs. Let's do like 1 minute. 1 minute of shout outs in the chat. Who do I see in the chats of YouTube and Twitch? I see Andy Bray, Nathan, Ilth, Squark, Ark, Happy Bills, Cooler, Chuck and Deb, Car, Christian, Il, Owlman, Crayfor, JB Mad, Mario, Brent, Luca. In the Twitch chat, I see Tortu, Roro Frame, Stidrix, Nicholas March, Wolfman, Rayanes, Sidronex, Ryuki, Chris Hiss, Jelly, Bsoda, Rivian, Bipolar, Kevis, White Diamond, Radaf, Jirax, Ventus, Alex, Sheedy, Roni, Flubby Cat, Alwyn, Dun, Heiko, Finest Birds, Nicholas, Chozo, Crimson Cool, Vectors. Oh god, it's coming quickly. Dyson, Smart, Cool, Canton, Renzo. I see Bad Llama, Bad Daddy Llama, Citizen Ryukin, Vodka, Alpha UK, John Wack, Dylan, Lethal Owl, Tommy Man, Henningstone, Colonel, Janinja, Nibbles, Karmuk. Back in the, I see Kraz in the YouTube chat. I see Liam, Mr. Sprites, Feeder, Alex, Golden Legion, Harley, James, Bruno, Costa, Daniel G, Mad Gamer, Blade, Super Chris. There we go. There's some peeps. Thank you so much, and many more. I got. Sorry if I missed your name. I was trying to. Great to see so many of you guys here tonight, and I hope you really enjoy this update. And in the coming days and weeks, your servers will run much stronger than before, and we get to see some amazing builds with these new collision improvements. So, yeah. Anything else from you? Anything you've remembered? Oh. Is there anything else from recently?
I think we're good.
Discord. Join the Discord server, guys. If you're new to the community. Keen Software House Discord server. You can chat, get help, team up, share creations. If you're playing Space Engineers and or modding as well, need anything, join the Keen Software House server. Discord.gg/KeenSWH. Chris, I might be doing something short a little bit. I've got to get some food. I can't do much tonight. There might be I might do a small showcase section afterwards, Chris. Once I've got some stuff. So yes. Have a nice day. Thanks for the kind words, guys. Fantastic. Viper1, Mods, Toasty Boss, Andy, Vox. Great. So we'll see you guys not too long now. Like, again, this month there's got Frostbite, and we have got some very, very tasty things in the pipeline. You have to stay tuned. But 2020, we're only just halfway through. Well, more than that. Well, actually, no, more than that. We're in August. Goodness me. Over halfway through. But there's plenty of months left in 2020, and there definitely is some nice things on the way. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for joining. And if in doubt, jump drive out.